Hello YouTube, and welcome to another general vlog video. Today we're just kind of hanging out on the porch for a minute. See my little rock walkway there. I just need something to stay out of the mud. My yard's not big enough. I'm going to landscape the whole front. This is my front yard. From right there to right there. That is my front yard. For a trailer park, I have a decent backyard. But by the time I put the picnic table, and I've got a riding lawnmower back there, and a couple push mowers, and a couple tillers, and yeah, it kind of takes it all up. So there's my little chimenea, or whatever it's called. Got cracks on the porch I'm going to work on this year. And a beautiful sunset. I hope you're not trying to get the number off the side of my truck and bug the crap out of me. But a beautiful sunset over there. And then the other chair's sitting over there. Not much, but it's on the lake. So speaking of, let's take a walk down to the lake, shall we? Yeah, I think we should. So basically, this is my front porch, and right there's the water. The blue thing you see are boats covered up, and it's got just kind of, a nice little walk, a little stroll. Easy carrying a chair, a couple fishing poles, tackle box, lantern. I can come right here to the water. Just a few steps. Got some cones there. They had to dig that up this past winter. Frozen water line underground, or busted water line, I guess I should say. It's not too bad up in here. Trailer park looks really crappy, but it's mostly because of the road. And they are working on that. We're getting new gravel and everything. I wish they'd blacktop it, but then the rent would go up and I couldn't afford it. So anyways, here's the water. And it took me less than about 20 seconds to walk down here. You can fish right here, and I've caught some small fish in there. But I walk on down here. Got a boat in the water. So you figure boat dock. Here, let's walk out here. Boat dock, and you can see the back of my truck. I will zoom in just a little bit. Right there, that black and silver you see, that's the back of my truck. So I can walk out on the porch and check out the boat docks and the boats and everything. Keep an eye on your boat if it's in the water, and jet ski if it's in the water. Right over there is a jet ski. Not mine, but there's one over there. But mine will be right beside of it. Another nice boat dock right here. Used to be a bridge going across here. That's actually part of our park over there, that little peninsula up here, or whatever you want to call it. Got beautiful luscious grass, and this is all our grass. This is kind of like our park. You see the park benches and everything there. And once again, I hope I don't blind you, but that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunset. You might have to squint your eyes or go get your sunglasses, but that is a beautiful, beautiful sunset. And I see them every day, every evening from my porch. My truck's in the way right now because I was doing work. That's not normally where I park, even though it is my parking spot. I have another one, and I normally park in it, but I was doing work over there, so I moved it where it's at. Look at that. I mean, that right there is priceless. And that's one thing I do like about here. And that over there is ours. Now you actually have to walk down beside that little home there and past the jet skis and the other boats. But I mean, it's just right there. Good fishing out there. I can't say I've caught a lot out there, but I've only fished there once or twice. But over here, well, my son is, let's see, he's 9 years old at the time. I think he was 8. And right there at the opening of that dock right there, you see, it looks like a little doorway on the side. My son was standing here, and he caught a catfish that was almost as big as he was. No, not quite, well over half as big as he was. It was long. Normally this, I can't even think of names. Normally this picnic table is down here, and this is where I like to fish. And the only reason was because that's where the picnic table is. Now I like to fish there because that's where the picnic table is. You can drag it wherever you want. They don't care. You got plenty of flat rocks that I've stacked up, other people stacked up, you know, to keep your lantern on. Nice little one right here. This is, well, no. Actually, the picnic table used to be about right here, because I would use that over there, that flat spot, to put my lantern and set my poles up and everything on. And it was really nice. And, you know, I can drag that picnic table right there. It's pretty light. I can drag it over there. And they don't mind one bit. They don't even mind if you don't end up putting it back where it was. Because everybody's going to drag at different spots. Beautiful, I think this is a weeping willow tree. Well, snake heaven, I would imagine. And then you have our little private beach right here. Look how big that is, huh? But there's hardly ever anybody here. So my boys and I, we pretty much got the run of it. You know, you got some campers up here that are sometimes here on the weekend, but they're mostly older people, and they don't utilize the beach. And you can see all the geese prints all over it. Nice little picnic area, or not picnic area, but a little swing sitting here, and I'm going to sit down. And I mean, this right here is worth millions. I mean, this is just beautiful. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And this is all mine to use. I don't even have to mow it. They keep it mowed. Boy, wouldn't you like to live right there? Man, I mean, just, you could almost sit on your back deck and cast into the water. Maybe not that close, but pretty close. I mean, you could, but it'd be hard to fish that way. And then we've got a community burn ring. Now this is used, the campers use it some on the weekend, but not a lot. I mean, like I said, most of these camper people, when they come up, I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've been here a year and 8 months, and I've only seen 2 to 3 people up here. You know, even on 4th of July, you don't see them, but, you know, 4th of July, you pretty much know, you know, yeah, you can come down here and use our little 20, 30 foot beach, but there's going to be other people here. And they supply us with wood. You know, all this wood here is to be burnt. I thought about coming down here and getting this one and dragging it home. It will actually sit up flat and planting. I guess you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. Like my flip-flops got paint all over them. I've been working today in the house myself, or my mobile myself. But I thought about planting a tomato plant in it or something. But these are our 2 wells that supply the park. These people here, I've never actually seen them come up and enjoy it. I've seen the gentleman come up twice this year, once last year, and every time he's working on the mulch and the flower beds and stuff. I've never really seen him stay here, and I've never seen him enjoy it. That place right there, kind of a beige with kind of a shingled red roof on top of it. I barely ever see anybody there. And when you do see them, they stay inside. Got really good neighbors that live right there on the corner. I'm not going to give out any names or anything, but they're really good. And they just recently bought the place beside of them, and they've been redoing it. Now they've got it up for sale. But now that is a place where you could sit right on your front porch and cast right into the water, you know. And I thought, man, what a place to live. I mean, you could go right up to the water, because the only person that parks there is the guy on the end. And I don't understand why he's living in that trailer, because he owns a house just right over here. Everybody calls him Old Coot. That's his Jeep. That's his thing up there. He's on the end in that white with blue shutters, so he can, you know, park there. Anybody else can't park there because nobody can get in and out. So you could easily take your fishing pole in your tackle box, put your fishing pole up on your tackle box, sit there and fish. And if it rains, back up 10 foot and you'll be up underneath your shelter and you can still sit there and fish. That's the way that the people on the corner are. They bought this one, they're rehabbing it, going to sell it. And then the guy that lives over there, he is a car salesman, and you hardly ever see him out. They just don't utilize, they don't enjoy. I don't never see him use the lake. These people here, hold on, I'm going to be quiet for a minute so people don't think I'm weird and talking to myself. Car just passed, and they're going to want to stop and talk. I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, these people here on the corner, I've never seen them up. The guy in number 5, he had a busted water line. These are mostly all summer homes. Number 5 there, the all gray one all the way down to the ground, which I do not like the looks of. He had a busted interior water line. They didn't know about it. He had to completely redo the whole inside of that. They do come up. He does come down here, usually to this first dock right here, and fish. But they don't really have fires. They don't really enjoy themselves, I don't think. The next one, the lighter gray one, that guy actually bought that house. You can just barely see the top of it over that house we was talking about, that trailer we was talking about a little while ago. And he's got that up for sale, but he wants a lot of money for it. I don't think he's ever going to sell it. The guy next to it, I hear he's a mechanic. I've talked to him a couple of times. Never really that personal. Now, he does live up here on and off year-round. I think he also has another home like in Columbus or Dayton or something like that. But he does, you know, he comes up at least 3 or 4 days a week. And then beside them is one that, if you'll watch a past video of some plumbing and sealing work that I was doing and roofing, it was on that one. She, I've only seen her twice. So, you know, a lot of people, even though they're summer people, they just don't come up very often. So now we'll walk back. And like I said, here's the edge of the water right here. And if you go right here, there's my place right there. Right there. You see my sawhorses set up, my basketball goal for the boys. Yeah, if my truck's not there and I'm sitting out there, I can clearly see the water. You know, so I've got at least a lake view and just a couple of steps to the lake. So anyways, I'm not going to walk you around the whole park. I may stand up here at the middle and kind of show you. Back behind me is the worst part of the park. Mine used to be included, but I've actually cleaned mine up a lot and changed it around. And oh goodness! And this lady here, she's got a nice little place. Always keeps the, you know, beautiful flowers, and the grass is always cut. But she just went in the hospital about 2 weeks ago, and her husband is actually saying now he doesn't think she's going to come home. And that's a shame, because she was a great neighbor. And then my neighbor there, he's up this weekend. He usually comes up on Wednesday, stays until Sunday. They do not come up in the wintertime. Then his brother stays right next door to him. He comes up on the weekends, and he does come up some in the winter. And then some other people down there, and another place down there on the corner. Those people right there, they live here year-round. On this side, the blue one down there on the end, I've never even seen them here. And I've been here 1 year and 8 months. And then the white and blue one beside it, I just put new windows and underskirting on it. And last year, I guess it was last summer. That's just a single lady that lives there. She's young. She's like early 20s. That's her first home. Yeah, now we're getting around to my junk. My boys did not put their bicycles up. And my ladder's laying there, and a riding lawnmower, and that's my yard. You know, and see how nasty it looks? It's because this past fall, I blew all the leaves from all over there, all everywhere, at my front yard, up in the front road, blew all the leaves there, and I didn't get them picked up. And then throughout the winter, they started to compost, and they just stuck to the ground, and I lost a lot of grass, and then my old junky picnic table. And then this place over here, like I said, we've done a review on that. Go back and look at the original 2-story mobile home. It's not lived in. This one up here with the American flag, he's up here a lot now, but that's their summer home. And beside it, that's an elderly lady that lives here. And then this gentleman here just bought this camper. It's a permanent camper. And he just bought it, and he's a real nice guy. Yeah, I mean, and this is my workshop. Man, I feel like I'm zoomed out way too far. This is my workshop, and it's pretty good size. And then I have concrete out here. Once again, it's got a crack. Now that crack I'm not going to worry about. I am going to seal it so water doesn't get in there and raise it up, but I'm not going to paint this. I am going to paint my porch, and I know everybody's going to say, no, don't paint concrete, but I'm going to, because I don't walk on my porch a whole lot. It's not like, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to do it. So this is my little area, you know, up there on that little deck thing. That's where the concrete was broke, and it's actually sunk down about 3-4 inches. I kept tripping over it. So I had that left over from a job that I did. I tore out an old deck and built a new one for them. And I just built that up there temporarily just to keep from tripping over that. And it makes it really nice. It's where I can take my shoes and stuff off. And then walking up through here, this is the little walkway that I made with the rocks. And I went around the tree with the rocks and around the little light pole over here. I did not trim these flowers today. I've been trimming all my others, cutting all the dead out and everything. Yeah, I mean, this is, so I'm walking to the back of the truck now and leaning up against the truck. You know, it's not the best in the world. Of course, we got them stupid helicopters everywhere. That's all the light color that you see on the ground and around that tree. That's all them stupid helicopters. They're everywhere. They'll eventually blow away. And as you can see, I got some work to do on mine. I need to replace that trim around that window. And these are regular house windows. And I need to power wash up above it. My hose wasn't long enough last year, so I got a couple more garden hoses. Yeah, that's what she said. It wasn't long enough, right? Haha. But anyways, I'll get that all power washed off. You know, the paint's pretty decent. And then I added all of, you know, the workshop and that room right there with the door and everything. I added all of that. And I got my squirrel feeder there, and I got a piece of corn hanging on a string there, and my antlers there where they can climb up on it and get it. And they get on it and swing. It's really cool to watch squirrels do that. Now, like I said, back in here, I hate to show you this because it's really embarrassing, but you know, this is the back part of the park. It's not the nicest in the world. It's not the worst. Only one trailer right over there, that red and white one that you see, it's lived in year round. The rest of them are all summer homes. Behind me, right behind me, they live there. The rest of them are all summer homes, except for down on the end, and they do live here year round. You can see it's kind of like red with, somebody started to paint it white, and they didn't do a great job, but yeah. But that's beside the point. They seem to be good people. But yeah, this is my little pad set up here. You know, I've got the flowers, and I've got the, you know, little trinkets out in the I had flowers planted all around. Last year on Mother's Day, I planted over, about $130 worth of flowers between there. And then I did the same thing on the front of the trailer. You know, lined it with the rocks. You can't hardly see the rocks right now. And then I had some flowers planted in it, and up there on the tongue, I made that into a flower box. That trim up there really just needs to be painted, but I'm going to replace it all with treated, so I don't never have to do it again. And then, you know, like I said, I got my little deck leading up, my little hillbilly door hanging right there. It's just supposed to be hung up on a wall, but I just kind of propped it there. I need to power wash, need to put Thompson water seal on the little deck thing this year. And I got a bad bow in that 4x4 right there. I'm going to replace it. But yeah, I mean, if I would move my truck, when I sit right here, I can see the water. You know, as a matter of fact, let's go above the truck, and right there is the water. You can see it right. See if I can figure this crap out. I don't even see my hand. The water is right there. It won't focus. Anyways, you know, so I get a little bit of a view of the water. So that's about it. Please like and subscribe, and click the comments down below, and click the bell icon down below, and you'll be updated for future posts. Until then, this is General Vlog Videos, and you guys have a great day and even a better tomorrow.